This book is a spicy Christmas romance where a woman seduces her secretary, who is also an undercover secret agent. That's the premise of the book. I'm sure many people bought the book just based on the premise and the title.
Argo Fump Book Review. Argo Fump Book Review.
We start with Chloe Betancourt, who runs her father's coffee company in New Orleans, Louisiana. Chloe chats with her best friend Sylvie Sheridan about an upcoming party. I know whenever my friends come to visit, I talk to them at length about my life story and personality. Chloe is a strong, confident woman of the 90s who does not need a man. Men are awful. Either they try to dominate you and control your entire life, or they harass you nonstop. The only thing men are good for is, adult activities. I should point out this book is fairly explicit in terms of adult content. It's not for kids. The problem is Chloe just got invited to a party by a coffee magnate named Gerald Cox. She needs a man to be her date. Otherwise, creepy guys will bother her all night long. Sylvie suggests that Chloe get a male escort, although that is not the word she uses. This brings us to her secretary, Zachary Steele. Nobody knows it, but Zach is an undercover agent. He's been sent here to figure out who is smuggling ancient artifacts. Chloe is the prime suspect, because she sometimes leaves the country on business, and her dad had a large collection of artifacts. Zach was recently shot in the leg. He was given this assignment because it's safe, and because he's good at typing. For his cover, Zach pretends to be timid and easily controlled. He's always stuttering and getting nervous. Part of that isn't acting. He's trying to hide the fact he's extremely attracted to Chloe. He doesn't want to admit it because it's unprofessional for a secret agent to get close to someone while on the job. Tell that to James Bond! Zachary volunteers to be Chloe's date at the party. A competitor says Chloe won't make any business deals with Cox. He only does business with married people. Because of this arbitrary rule, Zach and Chloe have to pretend to be engaged. Cox is a big fan of their engagement. He invites them on a couple's Christmas cruise. He also gives them a free romantic limo ride through the French Quarter. On the ride, Chloe says they need to practice being engaged. She orders Zach to kiss her. She says this multiple times in her best CEO voice. She's mad when he doesn't seem to enjoy it. Chloe takes Zach to lunch and a warehouse tour. The warehouse has one guard who is old and easily distracted by playing checkers. You'd think they would invest in better security. I mean, Chloe doesn't know about the smugglers using this warehouse, but she knows somebody's breaking into the warehouse and ripping up coffee bags. Chloe insists that Zach visit her apartment and have some beer with her, which is an obvious attempt to seduce him. I have no idea how he doesn't see through this. The two of them do things together, and they are interrupted by a phone call. That gives him an excuse to escape before things get too far. Chloe's mother calls from overseas to announce she's getting married on Christmas. Zach and Chloe go to her mansion to prepare. As you would expect for this kind of romance novel, they make out under the mistletoe. Zach does some secret agent work for once. He finds some documents in the mansion. They say all the valuable artifacts were legally returned to their home countries. He confirms those documents are forgeries, which narrows the suspect list down to Chloe's mom and Sylvie. Zach decides to guard the warehouse the next time there's a delivery. He plays checkers with the watchman, which is so distracting he doesn't notice when the culprit drugs their coffee. They are both knocked unconscious. Zach is not a very good secret agent, is he? Chloe finds the unconscious Zach. She takes care of him in his half-drugged state. That's nice of her. She makes it into a dirty situation. That's not nice of her. Zach examines the warehouse again. He discovers the culprits use a red string to indicate which coffee bags hide stolen artifacts. He also discovers Sylvie keeps dirty artwork here. Gross. Zach doesn't realize the importance of the fact that one of his suspects has free access to the place where the smuggling happens. Again, he's not a very good secret agent. Zach and Chloe take the 2-day couple Christmas cruise. He realizes he's fallen in love with her, and they engage in serious adult activities. Chloe also realizes she's in love and she wants to marry Zach. They are standoffish the morning after, and Chloe solves the case. How? Cox left a photo album in their bedroom. It has pictures of the stolen artifacts he bought from Sylvie on display in his home. Wow, it's lucky that incriminating evidence was left in the detective's bedroom, huh? Zach pulls out a tape recorder and makes a report. Chloe is furious to learn he's been a secret agent this whole time. How could he lie to her like that? Was he just using her the whole time? And seriously, what kind of secret agent uses his real name while going undercover? Zach is offended and says he's not a secret agent. He's a special agent of the U.S. Customs Bureau. That's totally different. Maybe so, but the title of this book disagrees. The book skips ahead to Christmas. Chloe is still angry with Zach and refuses to talk to him ever again. Zach quits his job so he can be here with her. He dresses up like Santa Claus and proposes to Chloe at her mother's wedding. It takes some convincing, but she agrees to marry him. The end. Post-book follow-up. Most of the book is tension between the two main characters who desperately want to do adult activities together, but they can't because he's a secret agent. I'm a fan of mysteries, so I wish the book had played up the secret agent and mystery stuff. That should have a much larger role, but really, it feels like that was all just an excuse to keep the two main characters apart. It definitely plays second fiddle to the romance story, which is the real focus of the book. Though the book tries to ignore it, the romance counts as workplace harassment. The boss is ordering her secretary to perform sexual favors on her. That is gross and illegal. I don't think the situation is changed by the fact that he's a secret agent trying to get close to her. She doesn't know that. In her mind, she's trying to seduce her hot secretary. This definitely counts as a Christmas romance since there's a decent amount of Christmas stuff. Could it have taken place at a different time of year? Yeah, of course. But I've definitely seen books which are marketed as Christmas romances that have far less to do with Christmas than this one does. I did not like this book. I wouldn't recommend it, although I'm sure there's an audience for it. The book was republished as an ebook in 2011, 13 years after the original 1998 printing. As far as I can tell, I'm the only person who's reviewed either version of the book, so it would be inaccurate to say it became a beloved holiday classic. I give Silhouette yours truly, number 82, Secret Agent Santa, a 1 out of 10.